Hi there everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Prestige Liquids. My name is Andrew, and as always it is fantastic to have you here with me again on another whiskey review video. Now in today's video I'm going to be reviewing the Laphroaig 10. Now this is one of those whiskeys that I am surprised at myself that I have not reviewed this sooner. I guess for me this has been one of my favorite whiskeys and one that I always go back to, and I don't think my shelf has really not had a bottle of this on it, so I have put it off long enough, and now I will finally do my review of the Laphroaig 10. Now for me, I always find that Laphroaig 10 is always one of those whiskeys that people have a story behind. It's either they were after something new and they didn't know what to go for, so they've gone for this. Some people, I guess, had the misfortune of going into whiskey and this being their first whiskey and completely put them off drinking whiskey for a long time or forever. Or you've been fortunate enough, say like for myself, that your very first sip has just created this endless love affair with this fantastic whiskey. And I know for me, the first time I tried it, I guess it's always one of those things where you get caught up in the moment. I remember I was over at my cousin's house, and we were over there for a barbecue, and coming up towards like the end of the night, we were all just standing around the fire. And my uncle, I would say, we were talking about whiskies, and my uncle just had this idea, and he's like, oh wait, he goes, I got this whiskey inside that I bet you probably haven't tried before. He goes, let me know what you think. So out comes the Laphroaig 10, and of course, being as classy as I am, I didn't have a glass on me at the time, so we just popped the cork and chugged straight out the bottle. And since then, yeah, I said my shelf has never been without a bottle of Laphroaig 10. So for those of you who don't know, Laphroaig is a Scotch. It comes from the island of Islay, obviously in Scotland. It's 10 years old, bottled at 40% ABV, and also contains colouring and chill filtering and all that kind of stuff. But that's not going to take away anything from my reviews. So while that plane is going over, I'll start getting into my tasting, and let's see what we get. So let's prime the palate first. Okay, so on the nose. On the nose is instant salt and peat. Just imagine these very strong coastal iodine notes. Then this nice breeze of smoke just comes through as well. Considering how salty the nose is on this as well, it is also surprisingly sweet. But you'll also notice, and this is something that I've always picked up a lot when I've been going through a bottle of the Laphroaig 10. Now, some whiskies stay the same from the neck pour down to the end. For me, Laphroaig 10 is one that definitely evolves as you get through. I always find, say, the first quarter of the bottle is usually a lot more intense, and then as you get through it, and I guess more oxygen gets into it, as you get towards the bottom, it actually starts to get sweeter, and those very dominant peaty notes tend to fade away, and again you're just left with this sweetness. So yeah, that's some Andrew science for you there. I'm getting a touch of vanilla and honey, very slight pepperiness, and again one of my favorite dominant notes again is that rain on hot concrete. Yep, that's always there on a Laphroaig 10. Alright, so that's enough of the nose. Let's get on with the palate and let's see what we get. So cheers. Okay, so again, 40% ABV. Don't go expecting like a high ABV punch, because you're not going to get it. But you do get this nice light mouth coating, slight like alcohol tingle on the tip of your tongue. So considering that it is only at 40%, it does, I guess, punch a little bit above its weight. So it probably has the feel of something between more of a 43-45%. At the moment, I'm getting all, again, high salt. Barrel char is very dominant on the palate. I'm getting some nice honey and vanilla, and again, yeah, again, it's just that the rain on hot concrete. I don't know what else that is meant to be called, but yeah, that's what it is. Rain on hot concrete. Salty, sweet. I'm getting kind of like a touch of like seaweed. I don't know if any of you have tried. So you normally like the seaweed that that sushi is usually wrapped in, but if you have it straight up before it's been wrapped, it's got a very similar taste to that. It's a very coastal whiskey, and it's, as far as the peat flavoring goes, it's the complete opposite spectrum to say something like a Highland Park, which is a lot more foresty and it has more of those like foresty, earthy notes. This is all coastal, so you just imagine all your saltwater, seaweed, all that kind of thing going on. The finish again is very soft. It's very even, and again quite smooth. I'm getting a lot of those like barrel char notes coming through. This is probably one part of it that I'm not always a big fan of. It's more so that taste of I guess like wet cardboard. I'm getting a bit of that at the moment, but I guess with having said that, everything else going for it is always really enjoyable. But yeah, all right, I'm not gonna go waffling on much longer. I think there are so many more reviews of Laphroaig 10 out there that have probably been done a lot better than what I have just done, but again, that's just my interpretation. Guys, if you're new to the channel, then please hit that subscribe button and also the bell notification so that you can stay up to date with all future content. And if you're a returning subscriber, then again, thank you so much for joining me on my journey. It has been a pleasure having you all again with me. So before that plane gets any closer, I'm going to sign off. So that's it. I'll see you all again next time. KIPPIS.